Fire this pathetic, dumb, fucking sack of shit head coach into the fucking sun. Oh my gosh. How the hell does that happen? The Chicago Bears in front of the national audience. Okay, all of America is watching this in front of their families. I'm willing to bet at least like 30-40 million Americans watch this game, and they watch Matt Eberflus be a fucking dumbass. Oh my gosh, find yet another way to lose a close game. The Chicago Bears, I can't even believe what I just witnessed, guys. I'm still trying to process what I witnessed, and I'm so fucking mad right now. I'm so sorry I'm swearing this much. YouTube is probably going to demonetize me with how much I've sworn in the past month, but I'm sorry, guys. I cannot take it anymore, okay? I really thought that there were no new ways to lose a football game. I thought we had already accomplished all of them, but I should have known better, okay? I should have known Matt Eberflus and the Chicago Bears would find yet another creative and innovative way to lose a close football game, okay? The Chicago Bears just let the time run out, and Caleb had to do a Hail Mary basically at the end, okay? We had 36 seconds. We had 36 seconds and a timeout on 2nd and 20 from the Detroit 35, okay? We had ample time to get into field goal range, but nobody called a timeout. And yes, I know some people are blaming Caleb for that. They're saying Caleb should have snapped the ball earlier, which maybe like a tiny percent of the blame does go to Caleb for not getting his guys lined up, quickly, but he's a fucking rookie quarterback, guys. You would expect a head coach, a veteran head coach at this point. Okay, Eberflus has been a head coach for 3 years. You would expect that head coach to have his quarterback ready, and if not, he calls a timeout him fucking self. Like, what the fuck were you doing on the sideline? Why were you just standing there like an idiot when the time was running out? What was going through your head? I don't think anything goes through this dumb piece of shit's head. Like, I gotta chill, guys, okay? I'm probably gonna give myself a heart attack if I get more worked up over this game, but Ryan Poles needs to fire this dude right now, okay? If not now, at least tomorrow, okay? If you want to be nice to him and give him Thanksgiving to himself with his family, okay, I'm fine with that, but tomorrow, any competent organization would fire Matt Eberflus for what happened out here in this game. It was a complete embarrassment in front of the national audience, and that was not the only bad thing that happened in this game. Again, at the beginning of this game, the Bears were completely unprepared to play this game. They scored 0 points in the first half. The Lions were really good on offense in the first half, so even though we did so well in the second half, the fact that we're not ready to play games in the first half is a direct reflection on the head coach and how he's preparing his team for these important games. I do give the team a lot of credit for coming back and, almost beating a very good Lions team, but again, almost does not cut it in the NFL. You have to make those final plays to actually win these games, and the Chicago Bears are not making these plays. So I'm sorry, guys. Like, Ryan Poles, if you don't fire Eberflus tomorrow, like, you may be gone too at this point. You chose to keep Eberflus here. So, again, as much as I love some of the things he has done, staying with Matt Eberflus might be the downfall of Ryan Poles as well. Now, personally, I do think they're going to give him another chance to pick the next head coach, whether you like that or not. I think he's bought himself some time by drafting Caleb Williams. So, I think he's probably staying, but I don't even know at this point with how much of a shit show this Bears season has become, in my opinion, because of how bad the head coach is. We definitely have the worst coach in all of football right now, and he's honestly one of the worst coaches in Chicago Bears history, okay? The fact that this guy keeps on finding new ways to lose a football game is honestly pretty impressive at this point. And it's Thanksgiving, guys, so I won't make this video too long. You guys should probably spend time with your families and not listen to me ramble about the Bears. I should probably be doing the same thing too. Not spending so much time talking about this game. But I do want to talk about this game a bit, and mostly about Caleb Williams, because, again, he was fantastic in this game in the second half. And I know he made mistakes in the first half, and that last play, you could give some blame to Caleb too, for sure, for not, hurrying up and recognizing the time was running out. But he's a rookie quarterback, guys. Like, rookies are going to be making mistakes, and better coach football teams surround their rookie quarterback with good leadership so these types of things don't happen. But if you look at the rest of the game Caleb had, guys, it was fantastic against a very good Lions defense. Okay, the Lions had the number 2 scoring defense in the NFL, and Caleb threw for 256 yards on them through the air. He had 3 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions again. Okay, this guy has not been turning the ball over whatsoever, taking really good care of the football. He did get sacked 5 times, and again, some of these he's holding on to the football way too long. That's one thing with Caleb. He's gonna have to learn to, throw the ball away and not try to be the hero at every single moment. But again, that's another thing that with better coaching, I feel like he would be able to accomplish that. But right now, he's just not getting that better coaching. And on the ground, he also was our leading rusher again. Okay, the Bears in back-to-back games now, Caleb has been our leading rusher, which is honestly pretty worrisome. That, well, actually back-to-back games, right? Because, well, no, actually in the Packers game, DeAndre Swift had that huge rushing touchdown. So, yeah, but in back-to-back games now, Caleb has been our leading rusher, which is pretty embarrassing. The fact that we don't have any sort of run game to help our rookie quarterback, the fact that he's doing everything on his own. He had a couple plays where he had to escape the pocket and, make some crazy plays happen on his own with his legs. And through the air, guys, Caleb was really, really accurate in the second half. Okay, he was nailing throws to Keenan Allen, to DJ Moore, a couple to Rome Odunze. There was a couple where he was dancing outside the pocket and then, got that pass inside to DJ Moore. I think that was in the second half where he was about to go out of bounds, but then fit that pass in there. And then also that big touchdown down the field, the left corner of the end zone to DJ Moore. That was a fantastic throw. Fantastic play by Caleb Williams. People talk a lot about his deep accuracy being bad, and yes, it's been pretty poor for the majority of the season, but that was a pinpoint accurate ball by Caleb Williams. The fact that he's finally nailing these types of passes down the field is a very encouraging sign for Bears fans. And the fact that this dude is so fucking tough, guys, like his knee was bleeding in the second half. He took some nasty hits in this game, and some idiot Bears fans and fans of other teams have the nerve to complain about his nail painting. This guy is a warrior out there on the football field. Okay, he gave his all out there, sacrificed his body, and even with a terrible head coach and an organization that's kind of ruining him in some aspects, he's still fighting every single game and getting better and better as a quarterback. I'm so convinced, guys, that Caleb Williams is going to be the Bears quarterback for the next 10-15 plus years because of performances like this. Okay, now in back-to-back divisional games, he has played good enough for the Chicago Bears to win these games against really good teams. I love that he's so positive all the time, even when things are not going well for the offense or for the entire team. He's lifting guys up, still trying to, remain energetic, remain optimistic, which is really hard to do, again, with everything he's had to endure this season. But credit to Caleb Williams, man, for being a tough fucking guy and just putting it all out there for his teammates. I mean, how could his teammates not love him with what he did on the football field here today? He was a very special quarterback. So, hats off to Caleb Williams again. I'm so proud this guy is a quarterback of the Chicago Bears. But talking about the rest of the team, guys, DJ Moore was the leading receiver. Keenan Allen also had a couple really nice catches. He had a very good route in the end zone, which ended up being a touchdown where he completely, kind of shook that guy out of his shoes. So, Keenan Allen has been having some very nice bounce back games. He got injured too in this game, but, came back to finish it. So credit to his toughness for still finishing this game. Rome Odunze only had a couple catches, and then Cole Kmet had a couple catches too for 26 yards. DeAndre Swift had 2 catches for 35 yards, but DeAndre Swift, guys, has not been doing so much on the ground. Like in this game, again, he only averaged 3.5 yards per carry, and the Bears were playing from behind for the majority of this game, so it makes sense that we didn't run the football that much. But, I'm pretty concerned that the Bears' run game for the vast majority of the season has not been a good run game. We've gotten a couple good explosive runs from DeAndre Swift, but for the most part, it's not been a good run game. So, again, we're putting way too much on the backs of our young rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams. Talking about the Bears defense, they were actually relatively good in this game. Okay, I do give them credit for fighting back in the second half, because with how the first half went, I thought this was going to be a big blowout for the Lions. I thought we would lose maybe 40-0 or 50-20 or something like that. I mean, the Lions were just beating up on us the entire first half, but in the second half, the Bears defense put together a lot of really good stops. Okay, they got some pressure on Jared Goff. They sent a couple blitzes. The run defense was a lot better, and they just played with a lot more energy. So credit to the Bears defense for really fighting in this game and only allowing 23 points to a really good Lions defense. The Lions have the #1 offense in football. So credit to these guys for fighting out there. I think Tyreek Stevenson had the hit at the goal line, which ended up being a fumble for Jahmyr Gibbs, recovered by Javon Dexter. So that was a good play made by Tyreek. He got benched though in this game at times. I think Terrell Smith played the majority of this game because Tyreek was getting cooked a bit in the first half. So, Terrell made some good plays in the second half, and overall, guys just locked down in the second half. So I do want to give them a lot of credit again for keeping the Bears in this game. But I wish they were better in the first half so we wouldn't have to come back in the first place. Okay, that's the problem with this team. We are so poor in the first half, always playing from behind, having to make insane comebacks that fall short at the last second. We wouldn't have to do that if we played good football from the very beginning of this game, which again goes back to coaching. This head coach, does not get his guys ready to play football games. They always start out slow, and they're just making so many mistakes throughout the course of a game, so many penalties. Cole Kmet had so many penalties in this game. What are you doing, bro? I mean, some of them were a little bit bullshit, okay? Some calls were heavily favored for the Lions, I will say, but, I can't blame the refs only for this one, guys. Like, we should have found a way to win this game, okay? We were in position to win this game or at least send it into overtime, and then our fucking dumb fraud of a head coach did not call a timeout or did not get his quarterback ready after the sack, and we ended up losing the game. So leave your comments down below, guys. What do you guys think about this game? Try not to get too worked up about this. I know that's the pot calling the kettle black because I'm definitely getting worked up about this, as you guys have seen in this video. My face is even turning a little bit red, so I gotta stop and calm down because the season's over anyways, and I should be happy that Eberflus got embarrassed in front of the national audience and Caleb Williams got such a good performance in front of everybody. Okay, I should honestly be happy about that, and you guys should be as well. Okay, this coach is no longer going to be here next year. I can guarantee you that, and I really hope it happens tomorrow. The firing happens tomorrow. If it does, I'll be back with a very happy video tomorrow. So hopefully that happens, but if not, the rest of the season still should be pretty fun to watch because of Caleb doing crazy things, but it just sucks. Again, another season was lost for the Chicago Bears. Leave your comments down below. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. As always, fuck this team.